We're in a period of recession, and as we all know, budgets within public sector are significantly under pressure. In this period of austerity, we've been looking at many different ways to save money. Can we deliver our services differently? Are there some services that we no longer can afford to deliver? But even when you add up all those savings, it still isn't enough to allow our budget to balance. And so we're left with the unfortunate position of having to actually reduce our workforce. And that's why we find ourselves now entering into a phase of further redundancies to ensure that we don't overspend. I think everyone can see the numbers in the budget reports, and it's quite clear that although we've done an amazing job getting this far and seen the services work so hard to streamline themselves down, it's not the end. And we've now launched a phase 5 of our transition process, and I think ourselves and staff and the staff unions all understand that that still isn't yet going to be enough for us to reach a point where our budget's balanced. And so yes, there will be further rationalisation ahead. Yes, phase 5 of all the phases is probably the most complicated because it will have a number of points in it where different sectors of the council join in. And so some staff, and I think about 5 or 6 of our delivery units and support units, have already issued letters of vulnerability. Others will start to issue these during this period. So again, over the next few weeks, more will be released. But not getting a vulnerability letter at this time doesn't actually guarantee that your service is not under threat. It may be that actually later in the spring that there'll be a further round of vulnerability letters going out. Yes, and this is where we work very hard with staff. People need to understand that the loss of livelihood has a huge impact on people, and we must do everything possible to support them. And especially in the larger phases of phase 1 and phase 4, we were able to put in place a great deal of support for staff around finding jobs, around learning the skills necessary to seek out jobs, to produce CVs. But for any staff facing vulnerability, we also have emotional and support through our employee assistance program, and we work with financial advisors and pension advisors to support staff going forward in that way. We also work with the other boroughs and the other public sector bodies to let them know when we've got staff who are vulnerable, and they can look to see what vacancies they have, and at times we can reciprocate that.